Hello, this is Marshall Adult Literacy with a lesson tutorial on our program. What is our product? Marshall Adult Literacy's online program is designed to build students' reading comprehension. Also focuses on building vocabulary and writing skills. A feature that is unique to Marshall Adult Literacy is that the lessons have the students go through 5 phases. First reading, first listening, second listening, third listening, and final reading. This is what we will be showing you in this tutorial. How it works. The first phase, the student will be timed on their first reading of the story. They will have 60 seconds to read as many words as they can. Once the timer stops, the student will click on the last word they read in the story to move to that step. Second phase, the student will then read and listen along with another speaker. The program has them click the speaker icon to listen as they read along with the speaker. The second phase consists of reading along 3 times. The first time the speaker reads slowly, the second time a little faster, and the last time normal speed. The final phase, the student is timed reading the story again. When the timer stops, they click on the last word they read, and the program then compares the student's first timed reading to their last timed reading. As the student progresses through the lessons, they will begin to see that their reading comprehension is improving and the speed of reading is increasing too. Here is an example shown. So here is our lesson, A Sick Day. This is the pre-reading, gives them some warm-up questions to get them thinking about the subject, and gives them a couple of vocabulary terms that they think they may need to know to be able to understand this reading for this level. Once they would do this part, they would then click on the blue arrow to begin the lesson. This is the first timed reading. This is the beginning of the phase. Here is the timer down here. What they would do is they would click the timer, they would begin to read as they normally would. Once the timer would hit 0, they would stop, keep track of what word they were on, and then click that word to move on to the next step. So I fast forwarded here. It says the timer has stopped. And then we will say that I got to this word when the timer stopped. So I will click and it'll tell me that I read 45 words. So I click OK. I move on to the next step. This is the part where now we're going through the readings, but we're having somebody speak with us. And that's where this icon here comes in. You click on that, and the student would begin to hear a person narrating to them on the computer, speaking in a very slow tone, going at a very slow pace for them to easily understand and hear the words, and easy for the student to follow along with the first time. They would then, after finishing that recording and reading along, they would click and do the second reading, and they would click on the speaker icon, and this time it would go a little bit faster, but still not quite normal speed. They would do the same thing again. They would read a second time, listen, or going along with the speaker. When they would finish with that part, they would then do a third reading where they would listen to the speaker, except now the speaker is reading at normal pace. They would go through it at normal pace, reading along with the speaker, and then they would finally go to the final phase, which is the timed reading again to see how they've improved. So they would click on the timer again, and they would read through it, and as the timer's going until they would get to 0, and then they would click on the word that they were last on. Okay, so I fast forwarded again, the timer has stopped, and we will say that this time, the second time going through it, I got to this and. So I click here, and it says that I have read 65 words in 1 minute this time. So then it would show me a report showing that I had started with 45 words and I had finished with 65 words. So showing that I had improved 20 words after listening to it 3 times. This program is very useful because it not only has them reading the same story basically 5 times and reading and listening along 3 times so that they can hear pronunciation going a little faster, but reading it over and over and over again helps them work on pronunciation too, because we usually encourage our students to read aloud with the speaker as they're going. This would also show them over time as they would continue to do lessons how they would be improving with their speed of reading and as well as their reading comprehension and vocabulary. And this concludes our tutorial on Marshall Adult Literacy's online program. Thank you.